how's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at Monsters. This is Season 1, Episode 6, and this one's entitled, Where's the Rest of Me? This is written and directed by Dick Benner and stars Meatloaf and Franco Harris. The episode originally aired November 26, 1988. Now, this is one that I was a little hesitant to watch because of the title. I thought, okay, that's a silly title. This is probably going to be one of those old-timey, goofy episodes. But actually, this is not a silly episode. It's actually a really good episode. Wish they had a more on-point title, but whatever. This really does strike what I feel a lot of good classic anthology horror does really well. Take a concept, give it a unique spin, and do something interesting and creative with it. Mix the familiar with the new. And I think this is a really good example. You get a mad scientist and his Frankenstein-like creature, but this is more of a reverse Frankenstein. Rather than a creature made with a bunch of different parts, this is a guy that they're taking away the parts from. That's really cool. Replace old-timey gothic castle with big lavish mansion on an island, and it's not a thunderstorm, it is the gunfire of the revolutionaries outside. It's a really good spin. It feels classic, it feels creative. You know, just this atmosphere of being safe and sound in your mansion while people are dying outside, but then surprise, surprise, a creature of your own doing comes to seek revenge, and it kind of feels a little slashery at times. Overall, this episode really hits all its points. It fills out the half-hour time block quite nicely, and it's one that I was, totally surprised by, totally got into, and I can definitely recommend it. I think this is one of the better ones so far, and hopefully as we go through the rest of this season, we'll see more like it. But yeah, I liked it. I definitely recommend it. Hope we get more. Anyway, in order to analyze it, I'm going to talk a bit about the plot. I'm not going to do any major spoilers. I just want to take a moment to analyze and talk about what works, but I don't have to go to the end to do that. But from here on out, let's dive in a little deeper. We open up in this mansion. Like I said earlier, the wealthy elite are built up in this little stronghold where the revolutionaries outside can't get in, and while they're fighting and dying out there, it is just vaguely heard by their gunfire. Other than that, though, they might as well be in a separate world, and they're eating and having a nice dinner. Now, the person whose mansion they're in is a wealthy doctor on this island, and the doctor has done something for each of his three guests. There's a football player that he gave a new knee to, there's a singer who he replaced her vocal cords, and there's a millionaire businessman who he gave new eyes to. And as they're saying this and talking about what happened, we're getting the body part motif right away, and we have a general idea as to what's up. Then he says, guys, I have the business investment for you that you might be interested in. Yeah, this is one that I would survive. I would hear, oh, nice dinner, surprise business investment. I would be out of there so quick. But I think that's one thing our generation, because the whole internet stuff gets kind of jaded by. But it is a business that he wants to do. And he says, come into my creepy basement. Which, even though up top is a mansion, down below looks like an old-timey castle basement. Really cool set. And you see he's got this guy there rigged up with tubes and covered in bandages, in particular his eyes, which is a really striking visual. And he says, what I've made is this serum, and the serum is taking this dead man and keeping him perfectly preserved for like months and months, and I'll be able to take and harvest all of his organs and not waste a single bit of him. Because yeah, in real life this is a thing, you know, whenever you do an organ transplant, you really have to be fast, and this would really be breakthrough technology. In addition, the organs are also super compatible, which is another really hard part with doing actual transplants. Now they basically fit in the body no problem, and I guess the immune system doesn't attack them or anything. Big breakthrough. But also more on the fiction side, these are stronger organs now. Bet that will come into play later. But they have this guy and they're taking all the parts from him, and he says this is all thanks to my serum, and he has this little tiny shot glass, and he says he only needs this much every single day. I'm the only one that knows how to make it, but apparently it's cheap enough to make that he just has barrels and barrels of the stuff. Well, I like that they go up and they start talking about this, and we get to see everybody else get super greedy. You know, the singer's like, can you replace my skin? And I'm like, gee, your entire skin, that's both horrifying, but I can also totally see someone wanting to do this. And then the millionaire guy's like, yeah, we can get new parts whenever we want for free, right? Because if we invest, we'd be part owners, and we just get whatever we want, right? And I like that the scientist has to say, whoa, this is new stuff, let's take it easy, let's slow down. I like that the scientist is evil, but so is the greed of when these random people see they have even a little bit of power, they're like, ooh, let's get more and more. It's a nice touch. But of course, the pitcher full of the serum, not just the little shot glass, the pitcher gets knocked into this guy's tank by mistake when a couple of these people are goofing around, and now he has way too much of the juice in him, which means that shortly after they leave, he is going to rise up, and it gets to be really cool. There's a creature running around the mansion, and it, again, becomes kind of like a slasher, but he's wanting his body parts back, and yeah, that is going to be quite gruesome. He's going to attack you and take it back. You know, it's gruesome, but we can also see why he's doing it. Waking up in this deranged state, and you're like, well, the title of the episode, where's the rest of me? You see why he's doing it, and as this sort of, you know, zombie powered by just revenge, you know, it is a really cool setup and a fun twist on the old-timey we're in a castle with something gruesome in it. And like I said, reverse Frankenstein against a backdrop of a revolution on this tiny island. It's a lot of cool stuff. It really fires, and watching the creature pick everyone off, and having a few good reveals towards the end of the episode that I wasn't trying to overanalyze the episode, but there is like one twist at the end. I'm like, okay, I should have seen that coming. That's a cool bit. So it plays out really well. So like I said, good classic anthology horror, playing with familiar tropes in new ways. This is a good one, and I say definitely check it out, and I hope we'll get more like this in the remainder of the season. It's cool. Anyway, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my Monsters playlist, where you can see me review all the past episodes of this season. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.